I grew up in Newburgh, Indiana. When I was younger, I was ashamed of where I grew up. I had a lot of friends and no real reason to distaste the place I grew up in. I always let the fear of what others may think get the best of me. I would ask, what if people get the wrong impression of me? What if people judge me without really getting to know me first? My friend and I used to always talk about how cool it would be to grow up in a big city like Chicago. We always wondered what our parents thought for making us grow up in a place so small and so close-minded. This is when I first noticed I didn't exactly own who I was. I would try to hide the person I was behind jokes, clothing, and denying how I identified myself. Everyone knows what stereotypes are. Even if you don't agree with them, they are there. Looking back, I have realized I was the one who was most affected by the stereotypes placed on myself. So much so that it held me back as a person. In high school, I was afraid to say I was a Christian, for fear I'd be looked at as judgmental and boring. Afraid to let others know I was in the marching band, for fear I'd be labeled as a nerd. I started volunteering with an organization called Young Life, a ministry where I was a leader and a mentor to middle school students. I served on a team with 20 of my fellow high school classmates. I took many things away from the experience. One main thing was the confidence to be myself. Interacting with my Young Life team, I became more aware of the power of my words. I started seeing my personality come out more, but I was still reluctant to fully own who I was, afraid of others' judgments. When I started college at Purdue University, a school of 40,000 students, I had to find a way to stand out of the crowd. I was proud to finally say I was from Newburgh, Indiana. The small town which I had thought had held me back really gave me something to relate to the thousands of students I met. Either they had heard of my hometown or knew someone from there. During my first years of college, I started to define more concrete views. I was a feminist, a Christian, a strong leader, and a youth advocate. I continued serving with Young Life, and my interactions with both middle school girls and fellow team members helped me really embrace my identity. My sophomore year, I molded the most into who I am today. I became a more comfortable leader, letting my voice be heard, and was more aware of the pressures put on young girls about teen pregnancy, violence, and social justice issues. I became more open-minded and willing to stand up for girls and their self-worth, as well as my own. Girls Leap has not only taught me leadership skills, how to use my voice, and how to be more aware of my surroundings, but it has most importantly taught me that who I am is remarkable. Girls Leap has helped me confirm the importance of speaking up. I am from a non-diverse, mostly Christian, middle-sized suburban town in southern Indiana. I was unaware of the big world around me growing up. Over the course of my life, I've been exposed to new ideas that made me think. Working at Girls Leap has put those ideas back into perspective. Living in a big city, working in an urban area, working with people who come from different religions, different races, different sexual orientations, and different lifestyles has made me more aware of the world around my once small bubble. I've been exposed to many new things while working with Girls Leap, which have only made me a stronger person. I know people who I normally would have characterized into certain stereotypes before really getting to know them. I can also say the same for myself. I could be easily characterized into this small-town girl whose experiences forced her to lead a closed-minded life. Girls Leap has taught me the importance of getting to know someone for who they truly are, and has helped me proudly own who I am.